Okay, we are going to talk how to save money in off-price shopping. Namely, that's T.J.Maxx and Marshalls for me. Off-price shopping, what is it? We are talking about getting name brand designer clothes, what I'm going to find in a department store, in the mall, in very high-end stores for some of these items for 20 to 60% off, more towards the 60% off on a lot of these items. It's very, very fun. Now, we're not talking things that are out of season or things that are defective and flawed. These are the same pieces of clothing that you would find in those stores. They're just cheaper. The big question everyone has is, how in the world do they do this? They do this by their own phrase of opportunistic buying. This means that they have buyers that are in the market like 40 weeks out of the year. They're covering the globe to be in the right place at the right time. My favorite story that they have on this is a huge department store comes in and they order 300,000 shirts from a designer. The designer actually has enough fabric to make 340,000 shirts, but that department store wanted some flat and easy number. Well, T.J.Maxx and Marshalls, they come in and they buy the extra 40,000. That puts them, it's a small number, might not even be in all the stores, but it puts them in an amazing place to get a great deal for you. So that's how, one of the many ways that they are able to get some of the amazing prices. And I'm going to give you a heads up. I'm going to show you lots of things that we found today as we go around the store, but I can't actually show you brands. I am actually a brand ambassador for T.J.Maxx and Marshalls right now, and so that is part of our contract, is that I can't name names. The deals are so good that that's part of their contract with the actual designers. So we're going to say it's high-end, it's high fashion. You get to kind of do some plugging in yourself as to who made it. One of the biggest tips when you come in to T.J.Maxx and Marshalls is to really not be overwhelmed. You walk in the door and it's just racks and racks of clothes. So biggest tip here is to give yourself time. Don't think I'm going to come in and I'm going to find a pair of pants in 10 minutes and I'm going to leave this store. I mean, you might be able to, but to find a really, really awesome deal, I need to take some time to stroll. I would also say, leave the kids at home if you can. Best opportunity. My favorite way to shop T.J.Maxx and Marshalls is to make a list. I'm not going to come in here and just randomly search. That's not my kind of shopping. I like to say, you know what, I really need 2 pairs of pants and I really need a shirt. And it kind of helps you stay focused and organized. One thing we've already found, this pair of pants, can't name where it's from, but this is a store in the mall that we all love to shop at. And their line of clothing, but it's here in a TJ Maxx. So same pair of pants, over 60% off just in the price. So very fun, and let's keep going. Okay, we're still hanging out in the pants. But really fast, just to make the point on the fact that this is this year's clothes, not last year's. How many of you can actually say what jeggings are? I couldn't before this season, but jeggings are in this season. These are jeggings, in case you have never seen them. They are jean leggings. Who knew? But it is the fashion this year, and they have them here. So we aren't talking last year's stuff. This is this year's. Actually, while we're here today, they are unloading the truck that came yesterday, and they're switching to fall. It all came in. Most TJ Maxx and Marshalls stores get 10,000 pieces of new clothing every week. So your store is constantly changing. It kind of makes it fun if you're a true bargain hunter. Every time you come in, it's a whole new store. But you're looking at this year's stuff. I'm pretty sure these were in when I was in high school, but they are still in now. These are name brand shoes. I don't really have to say what they are, but they're 50% off here in our TJ Maxx. Now, the fun part for shoes, TJ Maxx has some, but most Marshalls stores have tons. They will have an entire massive shoe section, some with over like 1,000 pairs of shoes. So tune into Marshalls for shoes. The fun thing that TJ Maxx has, and our local one doesn't, so I can't really show you, but a lot of TJ Maxx's have something called the runway. So if you are wanting very, very high-end designer clothes, you are going to find it in those TJ Maxx's that have a select runway. To kind of know what your TJ Maxx has or your Marshalls has, for special sections like that, if you check out their website, it'll actually show on store locations. It'll have a little runway symbol or a cube symbol, which is for high-end teenage clothing. So you can kind of see whether or not those would be offered in your area. I've been to some that have runways. I know Atlanta, bigger cities, but I guess Columbia, South Carolina is just not that cool. But we're still talking about great shoe deals, though, even in a store that's not known for shoes. So always be on the lookout. I love clearance finds for back to school shopping. So these little jeans for one of our girls, awesome pair of jeans. They still have the tag that should have been on them in the store. I'll cover up the name, but these would be 40 bucks in the store. And they are on clearance for $7. So sold. We will take them. Lots of fun. My hope that we can find 2 pair that match. We are finding all kinds of things for back to school. I have a little person who collects Mokies, as she calls them. Name brand rain jacket should be 50 bucks in the store. So this tag that's still on there says, and it's on sale for $16 at T.J.Maxx. I asked you guys on Facebook to share your tips for shopping at T.J.Maxx and Marshalls. And one of your tips I had never really thought about, and that was getting your olive oil or some other high-end spices at those stores. Well, sure enough, we just checked. This bottle of olive oil should be like 26 bucks, and it's 13 here at TJ Maxx. Now, I'm not an olive oil connoisseur, but it at least looks cool, and it probably is a little bit better than the $2 olive oil that I would pay for in a grocery store. The other fun thing that I wanted to point out, not to name names here, it's high-end jams and jellies. They're all $3. These are like keepsake glasses. Very exciting. You could put together cute little Christmas baskets, pay absolutely nothing for high-end jams and jellies for somebody, so awesome deals. We have made the drive over to our local Marshalls, which honestly isn't very far, they're right in the same area, to kind of highlight the differences really fast between these 2 stores. They're owned by the same company as a whole called TJX, but they're really 2 separate stores, T.J.Maxx and Marshalls. I might find some of the same pieces in both stores, but predominantly you're going to find completely different clothing pieces, but also a completely different feel to both stores. T.J.Maxx loves to focus on their runway, which we talked about already, which is our high-end designer goods. T.J.Maxx also has jewelry. I'm not going to really find that in a Marshalls. When I head to Marshalls, I've got my shoe mega shop where we have thousands of pairs of shoes, all name brand shoes, amazing prices. And the other thing that Marshalls has is called the Cube. Again, our local Marshalls doesn't have a Cube. The nearest one's about an hour away, but it's high-end teen fashion. So another thing to check out if you are in an area with bigger Marshalls or bigger TJ Maxx. One way to save on back-to-school shopping for your kids is to get kind of multi-purpose pieces. One of the big fashion trends, and it's been in fashion for a while in my mind, is layers. It's still in fashion this year. And one of the fashion experts that I spoke with a few months ago was saying, you know, we should get a tunic / dress. We can wear this by itself right now in the early fall, put leggings underneath it for the winter, get even just a light jacket to go over the top of it, but you have a piece that's going to last you well into the winter, early spring, by picking something that kind of can go with multiple things. So always think multi-purpose. I wanted to highlight, guys, that not everything in here is cheap. It's a good price and a great deal, but we're going to find lots of high-end items as well. So this is an Italian leather bag. It still has its actual like certified Italian tags on it. Suggested retail for its tag that would be on it in the department store, $268. Here it's $120. It's a very, very good buy if you are looking for actual name brand pieces. I love to see what I can find that's just way off like that. One thing I wanted to highlight too is a fun way to shop off price. And I've done this in the past for you guys and just posted about it. But I love to hit the mall first. Let's go in and let's see what the mannequins are wearing and see what the stores are selling, and then come and try to put together an outfit that you love in an off-price store. So head to TJ Maxx, head to Marshalls, and decide, you know, I want to find a brown jacket with a tie strap. I want to find a black shirt with some stripes, and then I want to find a pair of skinny jeans or something else maybe that you're looking for that's in style. I've hit them all first so I know that it's in style. I am not a high fashion kind of girl. I'm a jeans and a t-shirt kind of girl. So I need kind of like that schooling before I hit the store. Then come in here and try to piece together your outfit. Kind of makes it more of a hunt, and then makes you a lot more excited because you just saw how much it would have cost in the mall, and you just put it all together for probably 60% less. So it's a fun way to handle it as you hit the stores.